Hey y'all, it's Jeannie. Welcome back. I am going to alter some glassine bags today. So I thought I would turn on the camera, and I pulled some little fabric pieces and a few napkins. These came in the collection this month for Cheaply Chic, and then this matches it. I pulled this and this wrapping paper. I had just torn a piece of it. I like how that looks together. I just pulled some little bits of fabric pieces. I tend to throw my little scraps that I've used in the past few weeks. See, there's even Christmas in this little jar when I'm working. So I may grab little bits out of there. I've painted a little bit of Mod Podge on this side. You can buy Mod Podge in this size at the Dollar Tree. I actually like buying this size better because it don't dry up before you use it. Usually, I do like the matte finish. I also like watering it down if I'm gonna use it. I'm not really good at Mod Podging. I've learned that when I put it on top of things, it tends to get sticky, and I think it's because I live in Alabama. I don't know if that's why, but my sister and I have decided that the humidity here may be a little different, and that's why it never just really dries. Like, it stays kind of tacky, I think, sometimes. So, I think watering it down may help a good bit. Or, she's been using you can use just like Elmer's glue and water and mix it together lately. Or the Aleene's tacky glue. You can pick that up at Dollar Tree or Walmart, mix it with water, and do the same thing. And we have discovered we do like that. I know a lot of people just use a glue stick and put their napkins down. So, as far as fabric though, I do like applying it with the Mod Podge as the glue. So I'm going to try it. We're going to see what happens. I've pulled some paints. I had grabbed these at Tuesday Morning a couple months back. I've been scrapbooking for 18 years, but till I discovered YouTube a couple years ago, I did not know who Maggie Holmes was. I did not. But I have fell in love with her line of papers. She's my favorite designer for crepe paper, and I found just this one pack of paints for like $4 at Tuesday Morning. I love these colors. I use them often. They actually match this month's kit. So, I pulled these, but most of the time I use paint from, like, I think you can get it at the Dollar Tree now, but you can get it cheaper at Walmart or Hobby Lobby for like 50 cents, 80 cents. Just regular acrylic paints. I've also pulled some gesso if I want to tone down anything. I got this again at Tuesday Morning for like $3, but gesso can get a little pricey at Hobby Lobby. You can always use a coupon though, and I think it comes in a little bit larger size thing, but it can dry up kind of quick too, I think. But if you will go on YouTube or Pinterest, you can figure out how to, it shows you how to make your own Mod Podge or gesso. So, that being said, I'm just going to collage some pieces down of fabrics and different napkins. I've already cut this some, and when you do a napkin, you do want to get down to the first layer. There's usually 2, but sometimes there's 3 if they're like really nice napkins. If you can't get it to grab, use some tape or something on the back and it'll pull it. And then I have a watercolor brush here, but you can just dip a brush in water and then just trace out the part that you're wanting to use. But I think I'm gonna put some paper behind mine. We had some, let's see. We had some mint colored tissue paper that our book was wrapped in this month, so I like that kind of being behind. I think my Mod Podge had dried while I was talking earlier. I had to restart the video because I was just jabbering about nonsense. So there's some tissue paper down, and then I'll put some more up here. I don't have my heat gun plugged up because I've got my light on right here. I need to figure out that situation because I need my heat gun sometimes. And then I like music paper, or you can use vintage book pages, whatever, but I like how either book pages or music paper, I like the font of things behind the napkin when it dries. So I like how that's just torn kind of odd with the words there. I think that's a little crooked. I had pulled some lace and some soft green fabric pieces and neutral fabric pieces. Okay, I have a water brush here, but you can use a regular water brush. I don't know if I said that in this video or the one I stopped talking in. But I'm just going to trace out around where I want to tear it to make it a little easier to tear. I hope you are having a good day. It's actually Easter here. It's Sunday afternoon. Of course, we're not doing our normal things here anyway. My mom is older, and I don't want a chance being around a lot of people and then not seeing her for like a month. And you know, if I'm gonna be around her, I want to respect, you know, that like I've not even went to the store or anything. I'll send whoever this, you know, the one person, usually just one of us goes, I guess. But that said, our family's so big, I haven't heard from anyone. I don't assume we were doing anything anyway. I miss it though. I have a lot of little nieces and nephews, and we always, you know, dye eggs. Even my kids still with them, you know, even though they're older, and let them hunt them. And I miss church and all the things, but I hope you all can at least have, you know, a service you can go watch online. I actually did not feel well yesterday or this morning, and I slept till like 12:30. Not kidding. And so I have got to go watch everything. I feel kind of bad that I'm crafting versus going and watching my normal church service, or not church service, but our preacher did a live, but I wanted to be fully, full-minded to take notes and listen and, all the things. To me, this kind of thing is just mindless right here, whereas that I want my full attention on. Anyways, if you don't have someone to go watch, I'm sure my husband probably shared ours on our Facebook page. I don't know. He is actually at work. He works part-time for the post office, and Amazon has deliveries today on Easter Sunday, which is crazy, but I guess that's how it is. So I was like, you have to work for the post office on a Sunday? Because he's been at Goodyear for years and years, but they're closing down here, and so he just started working just part-time until he gets full-time at the post office. And he was like, I know. He's like, but what's even worse is this Easter Sunday. He worked for the railroad for Norfolk Southern for years, and then he went to Goodyear for several years. And so, holidays like that, he's not used to. It's just a given, to not just have the blessing, I guess, to be off. But we're thankful, for the income again, and praying it'll turn into full-time. But I'm going to go ahead and put the Mod Podge on top, and we will see how this works. Hopefully it won't be so sticky. This is a glossy one that I'm using, but I do like the matte finish better. And again, when you dry it, like if I have my heat tool plugged up, when you dry it, this the music notes comes through the napkin, and it's so pretty. So let's see. I think I will put a little piece of lace maybe up here. Collaging is something that makes me nervous too. I'm not very good at that, I don't think, but I tend to do well on tag collaging or this isn't a tag, a bag. But on like junk journal layouts and things like that, I don't feel like on a whole page, I guess you could say, I don't feel like it looks like it's supposed to. Well, that's just not wanting to stick down, is it? This Mod Podge is probably from like 1990. Oh, I was making a joke from 1999. It says 97. I don't know if that's like a number of how. I don't know, y'all, because I would think it would be old by now. Maybe that's a store number. I don't know. Wow. Yeah, let me use some of my Dollar Tree Mod Podge. Oops. That's a lot. That's a lot of Mod Podge. I love how lace looks, though, once it's dried on things like this. Just gives an added texture, really. And then we could put this little butterfly. Y'all, we're having tornado weather here today. And it's been storming really loud, but it is really quiet right now. And I like it when it's storming better than when it's quiet. I'm just praying they all dissipate in the air. Is that a word? Dissipate, disintegrate? Yeah, we've experienced our share of tornadoes in Alabama for sure. I don't want to experience any more. And the thought of my husband out driving in these storms. But you know what? I guess now that I say that, I mean, you know, we're ordering from Amazon right now. So, you know, I guess it's just super busy because of the time. You know, like, I bet they normally don't work like that hard for Amazon throughout the year, you think? That just hit me. I bet, you know, it's because we all are. Okay, so so far, I know it looks kind of messy, but that's what's going on right now. I like how that says Magnolia. You can tear down if you want the edge to look like that, or you can tear back towards you if you want to have a white edge. I don't even know what I'm doing. Look, I'm going to tear out this little flower. Actually, I lied. I'm going to cut out this little flower. If it'll fit. Come on, little flower. You're so pretty. This is some old wrapping paper that I had snatched up at a thrift store. I love finding vintage wrapping paper. Or new, that's pretty. I'll use that in my junk journals too sometimes. Dollar Tree has the best tissue paper and wrapping paper though, a lot of times. Okay, so there's that. There's some white space here, but I don't mind white space so much, really. I think maybe to bring a little piece of lace down there would make sense to the eye. To the U. I have all kinds of songs that go through my head, y'all. Do I talk loud enough when I'm crafting? I know that I'm a loudmouth in the real world, but I have to turn my videos up if I'm ever trying to see if they turned out really loud, and I'm like, maybe I need to talk louder. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in the water. Y'all, it is really, really still outside, like extremely still. And I told my daughter to call me if it got bad, so I would know to go downstairs, but you know what? I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb. And for some reason, only my mom and stepdad rings through in the middle of my videos. Not my kids, not my husband. Ooh, I wish I could dry that right now because that's so pretty. And then, so here's what I'm going to do with the gesso. I like just taking my finger and maybe places where it's just a little, the lines are kind of harsh, maybe blend it. Or maybe where I cut the lace straight and should have, you know, edged it. Oh, I didn't stamp. I was going to stamp some little words on these, but I didn't. But we will do some more. I may just make this video one part, though, and go check the weather. See, like this is a harsh square, so I'll soften it, and I just covered up the magnolia word. Oh, goodness. This needs a word over here or something. I really probably should put a piece of lace down here. Or another butterfly. So when this is dry, this will be so pretty. And you could put like little sequins or a button. I think some vintage buttons would be pretty. Let's try that. Or here's a little bitty flower that came in the collection. Those are cute. Ooh, there's 3 of those. Yeah. I wanted to try some sprays. Let's see. This is antique linen. You probably won't be able to see it, but... Or maybe so. That's fun. Ooh. See, so that gives it some age. And then let's glue on the little flowers. Where do we want them? Just down through here. Okay, so when this dries, that is going to be super pretty. I mean, it's grungy, it's mixed media, it's different if you're a scrapbooker, but if you're a junk journaler, this is beautiful. You could cut out a word from a book or a saying and just put across it. And so I love this one. I'm going to set it over there to dry. And move my... Look, I didn't even use the fabric that I cut for that one. That's funny. Okay. I'm silly. I just forget what I'm doing. I just get in the creative mindset and just forget all about what I'm doing. Or what, look, I start out with a plan and then I forget. That's what I do. But I guess that's how it goes, huh? Okay, so we have this napkin that came also. And I can use a little piece of tape. I don't know where any other tape is right now, except this tape runner, but those things can get a little cray-cray. Okay, so see, that pulls back a layer, and this looks like it might have 3. Maybe not. Yeah. This looks like, usually the nicer napkins, like from Tuesday Morning or something, they usually have 3 layers. And I promise, I've done this before and got it all finished, and then it peeled right off the top because I didn't get to the top layer. And you can save this to use for other mixed media projects. So, I'm just going to cut this. Right here. And for those of y'all who watched my last like 4 videos, I appreciate it. Or 3 videos, you may have a 4th one coming, but look, I'm learning, and I deeply, deeply apologize. I had to break it up in parts. I'm having to learn how my computer's being weird, and I need to learn to edit from it. I know this, but I've been doing it from my phone, and it just kept abruptly stopping because, you know, life in my house. And then as I was trying to, usually I can combine my videos, but they just did not want to combine. And so I didn't want to lose the content, so I just threw them up there. And yeah, it was bad. Or it was funny. I mean, you got to enjoy journaling with me if you enjoyed that, but they just ended abruptly. And I warned you on the first one, but the second one I don't think I did. But I think the third one I said it would be a second part or something. So thank y'all for hanging around. You're probably like, what is... Well, if you've come back this far, you're probably not, but you're like, what is that girl? What's she doing? But people kept saying that I talked to some on YouTube. My friends there were like, start a channel, just start one. I'll watch you, I'll watch you. I kept saying, y'all don't understand. But here I am, you know. And I'm so grateful once again for Lynette. Asking me to be on her design team. That is such an honor. I love receiving her books each month, or her collection each month, and I'm at home a lot, so it's just a joy to be able to have those to work in and craft in, and a blessing. So as I always say, if I'm working on her projects or something for her projects, her link is below, Cheaply Chic. Go check her out, because she's always doing something fun over there. Let's see. There we go. I said I was not going to do the top of this, and here I am. And I have tried the glue stick method of just gluing with the glue stick underneath, and it works, you know. I just feel like the top needs to be sealed, but I mean, it doesn't. I just feel like that. This is why I don't paint in my house as well. I'm just not patient enough to let it dry for 2 or 3 days. But even when I am, it still is very sticky, which is why I like the glue. Now, I have used this before and used the bottom of it, and you know what? I might do that. And it dries wonderfully. I love how it does. like, just use the bottom part of this Tombow Mono Aqua Liquid Glue, but I just tore my thing because it's wet. But you can use it after it dries to kind of seal it, and it will dry very well. I do like using that. So I tore my little flower. That's okay. Okay. Now, got that. And I thought about putting maybe this little calico fabric with a little bitty flowers maybe. Or maybe making it into a ruffle. You could sew it into a ruffle, but I'm gonna do this as a no-sew, so I'm gonna actually staple this. Y'all know I love my little tiny attacher staple, but you can use a regular stapler. But I didn't pull that out because I didn't plan on using that. Let's see. Instead of stapling it on the bag, I'm just gonna staple it on here. Staple it. And that just gives a little more texture, the staples. So we will glue this down there. I'm sure the Mod Podge acts as a glue, but just in case. I've said it before, but y'all, I really am running out of my Fabri-Tac glue, and I've got to make some journals that I'm wanting to sell, and I'm like, I need some Fabri-Tac glue. And I know there's worse problems, I'm just saying. Okay, so I like this, and then the green is pretty. Do that maybe, like a ruffle up there. Let's see. I can't even think today. Okay. And again, you can use, I've used for the past 3 years a regular stapler and mini do. I just finally, when I figured out this was like $9, ordered this Tim Holtz tiny attacher a couple months ago because it is adorable. Look, I bet y'all are like, girl, you got enough glue to last a year. But not Fabri-Tac. Like I'll go through a bottle of this, you know, and just making a couple, 2 or 3 journals. And it's like $10, $15 a bottle. Oh no, I stapled it on the wrong side. I meant glued it on the wrong side. That's all right. It'll dry. Where's my baby wipes when I need them? Now this would be pretty to put one of these die-cut butterflies in the middle of that Lynette included. Or piece of a doily maybe. Let's see. So I have this little, well, there's enough I feel like there's enough going on with the fabric stuff. I'm gonna have to remember that side of the bag is stapled. Yeah, well, I think we have enough textures, that's what I'm trying to say. So, we could stamp, let's see. That would be pretty. That is not the right lid, Jeannie, not the right lid. Okay, here's this one. And that one. And then here's a pretty stamp with a butterfly and textures. Let's see how. No, I just want words. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna use this vintage photo and just stamp a little here. Yeah, that's pretty. And normally I would put a little gesso there to soften it up. And yeah, we might need to do that. So let's open this back up. Yeah, we'll kind of blend that in right there where that stamp's kind of blocked off. Again, if you're just starting out, I do recommend buying acrylic stamps versus the see-through kind versus the block. I just have a lot of block ones from years past. Gesso is also something, if you don't know, I didn't know till like last year, that you use to put a layer over your page, like if you want to watercolor on it or something like that, to give it that base so that it'll be vibrant and durable, instead of or say it's a coffee stain page in one of my junk journals, you could put a layer of gesso over it. Or when I say it's a page with print and I say you could paint over it, you could use this over it, and then you could watercolor over it or write over it or whatever when it dries. And this just gives it a white base. But you can also buy clear gesso that also does the same thing. It just gives it that base. If you do Bible journaling, a lot of people use clear gesso to make the page to where the watercolor won't bleed through. I think it's bad on the other side. So we have this. I think I'm gonna put a couple. No, I was gonna put a button, but what I'm gonna do is dangle this little charm and this butterfly from here. And you can use a paper clip and beads to do that, or whatever you'd like. So here's this one. And then here's this one. And I think both of these are going to be beautiful in a journal. This one may have to go in a larger journal, not my monthly journal, because it is a little wider. We'll see. And then here's this one. And then once they dry, you know, you just stick a tag or whatever down in here. And this would be so much fun to make for Happy Mail that won't cost a lot to mail. Like, you know, make some of these up and just put them in a normal envelope and mail them to someone who's just getting into journaling or that's been in journaling and doesn't have, you know, that anybody loves. I mean, we all love to get Happy Meal, right? And they can just stick these down in their glue down the back in their journals, and just journal, put all their little bits in here, and it's a special little gift. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderfully blessed day with hopefully your families, and at least call them, talk to them. I need to take that advice myself, and let's just all remember the true meaning of what today is, and that we do have a Savior that is alive today because of us. If it had just been you, or even just for me, he would have died. Even if it was just you alone, he would have still died on that cross for our sins, for our peace, for our healing. He did it all just for you and me. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Easter, and I will talk to y'all later. Subscribe if you have not and would like to. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload any more videos. Like this video if you liked it, and share it if you feel so inclined. So I will talk to you later. Y'all have a great day. Bye.